Hello there. We'll continue solving our model exam for grade 12. For today, the first question, it says the area of the region bounded by the graph f of x equal to x squared minus 3x plus 2 and the x-axis between x is equal to 0 and x is equal to 3. The interval is given to you between 0 and 3. First of all, you need to check whether this function has 0 or not between 0 and 3. Try to factorize. When you factorize, the zeros will be think of two numbers, product 2 and sum the middle term negative 3. These numbers are negative 2 and negative 1, you know. Negative 2 times negative 1 will be 2, and negative 2 plus negative 1 will be negative 3. So I can write it x minus 1 and x minus 2 then is equal to 0 because I'm trying to find the zeros. Then it becomes x is equal to 1 and x is equal to 2. Now try to see these two numbers, the zeros, 2 and 1. They are found between 0 and 2. That means, obviously, the graph is passing through 1 and through 2. It's an upward parabola, obviously, you know, it's a quadratic. No need to draw the graph, actually. No need to draw the graph, but if necessary, how to draw it? The graph passing through 1 and 3. And it will be an upward parabola. It's a kind of this one. But we are asked not 1 and 3. Let me draw it again. The graph is an upward parabola. It is passing through 1 and 2. You know, it will be bent like this one. So this point is 2, this point is 1. But from what to what? From 0 to 3. From here until the 3, maybe somewhere around here, until this interval, we are asked the area. So there are 3 areas here. 3 areas. First area, this parabola, it continue, by the way, it continue. Then it cross. From 0 to 1, there is area 1. From 0 to 1. Again, from 1 to 2, there will be area 2. This is area 1. And again, from 2 to 3, again, this graph continues. You know, if this point 3, this is the third area. Area 3. So, area 1, the integral from what to what? From 0 to 1, plus area 2, the integral from what to what? From 1 to 2, plus the area 3 will be the integral from 2 to 3. But we are not going to go deep in that way. What I'm going to do, I will integrate. The function will be the same. Area, don't forget, area is equal to the integral from a to b times f of x dx. That's it. You'll integrate the given function and then you'll evaluate from what to what? From a to b. But here we are going to evaluate from 0 to 1, again from 1 to 2, and again from 2 to 3. But what does that mean? First integrate the function and then you will insert b and you will insert a, then you will take the difference, f of b minus f of a. The integral, first of all, if the integral of this one, if it is g of x, what to do? To know the result of this, g of b minus g of a. You will do like that. So now we are going to integrate this function and then we'll evaluate at 0, we'll evaluate at 1, we'll evaluate at 2, then at 3. Finally what? We'll take the difference. For example, the integral of this function, if it is g of x, what I'm going to do, g of 1 minus g of 0, that is area 1, okay, plus, again g of 2 minus g of 1, g of 2 minus g of 1, that is area 2, as you see, but in absolute value, everything. If negative result comes, you have to put in absolute value. Because what does the rule say? If the function, if the region is below the x-axis, instead of 2 minus 1, you have to make it 1 minus 2, it says the rule. But it's better to take the absolute value even if negative appear. So let us integrate first. Therefore, when you integrate, it will be, you know, the integral of x to the power of n dx will be what? X to the power of n plus 1 over n plus 1. The exponent will increase by 1 and that increment will be denominator. So this exponent was 2, it become 3 and that 3 will be denominator. The same manner, let's come to the second term. The exponent was 1 plus 1 will be 2, so it will be denominator at the same time. And here the exponent is 0, 0 plus 1, you know, 1, so the 2x remain. This is the integral of the function. Now, as I said before, the area means, okay, from 0 to 1 plus from 1 to 2 plus from 2 to 3. 3 intervals we do have, or 3 regions we have. So we have to calculate at 0, at 1, at 2, and at 3. What is the outcome? That means insert 0. When you insert 0 here on the functional value, this is the result. When you insert 0, 0, 0, the outcome will be 0. When you insert 1, it will be 1, 1 over 3, minus, again 1, just 3 over 2, then plus 2. By crisscross, 1 times 2, 2, minus 9 over 6, plus 2 it will be, that means negative 7 over 2, then crisscross, negative 7 plus 4 will be, this is 6, I mean, negative 7 plus 12 will be negative 5 over 6, which is an absolute value, I told you. So I have to put in absolute value, so it will be 5 over 6, the second one, when you insert 2. Again, you need to substitute 2 again. When you insert 2 here, it will be 8, that means 8 over 3. When you insert 2, it will be 4, and then this is 4 means by 2, 2 times 3 will be 6, then plus 4. Negative 6 plus 4 will be negative 2, so 8 minus 3 minus 2 means, by crisscross, this means 8 minus 6 over 3, 8 minus 6 will be 2 over 3. That's how it comes. Okay, again substitute 3. We are inserting the numbers in place of, don't forget, in place of the derivative, x. So I'm doing that. This is our derivative. Okay, when you enter 3, this will be 27. 27 over 3 means 9, minus, again 3 times 3, 9 over 2, plus 3 times 2 will be 6, and 6 and 9 will be added, 15 minus 9 over 2 means, by crisscross, this will be 30 minus, this must be a square, this is a square. So 3 square 9, 9 times 3, 27. This must be 27. That means this is also 27. Therefore, 9 and 6, 15. 15, 30 minus 27 over 2, which will be 3 over 2 remains. Okay, these are the whole outcomes. After that, it's all about subtraction. So what's area 1? From 0 to 1 means I'm going to subtract this minus this. I will subtract vertically. Try to observe now the subtraction. First, this one. Okay, this is area 1. I will minus. So that will be 5 over 6. Second one, you are going to minus this with this. Because from 1 to 2 means the outcome at 2 minus at 1. At 2 is 2 over 3. So subtract it. 2 over 3 minus 5 over 6. That is 12 minus, that means 12 minus 15, or you can do it multiply by 2 this will be 4. 4 minus 5 will be 1 over 6. It is negative, but in absolute value we'll put 1 over 6. So remember, area 1 we got it 5 over 6, and area 2 we got now 1 over 6. And what about area 3? I will take the difference of the 2 here. So 2 over 3 minus 2 over 3 minus 3 over 2. 4 minus 9 is, 4 minus 9 is, no, 3 over 2 minus 3 over 2 minus 2 over 3. When you make 9 minus 4, which is 5 over 6 again, area 3 equal to 5 over 6. Now we do have everything. Therefore, the area total will be now 5 over 6 plus 1 over 6 plus 5 over 6. Denominator all same. 5 and 1, 6. 6 plus 5, 11 over 6. The answer will be B. But the ugly side of this question, if you directly insert 3 and 0, okay, the answer will be A. For like after integration, if you insert 3 and 0, and if you take the difference, that's going to be 3 over 2. That's wrong. The answer must be 11 over 6. I know it's a very longer process, but you need to be patient because this is grade 12 mathematics. Next question. An open top square base rectangular box container is to have a volume of 32 centimeter cube. What should be the height of the box to obtain the maximum possible surface area? Okay, the second question again here. What we can do, first of all, we have to draw a rectangular, like we have to think of it. We no need to draw actually, but it is rectangular box, but the base is square. Remember, it says the base is square and open up. That means if the base is square, if one side x, the other also x, and the height we can represent it by y. This is what we are looking for, because we are asked what is the height if the surface area is maximum. What's given first? Volume is given to you. Volume is equal to area base times height, which is the area base means x times x, which is x squared times y. That's given to you 32. Keep this in your mind. The volume of this box means area base times height. Always in the case of a prism, volume is area base times height. The base area is x times x, which is x squared. The height will be here, and it's given to you 32. What will be the surface area? The surface area means area base plus area lateral. The area base plus area lateral. The area base is, it's x squared plus area lateral, circumference of the base times height. The circumference of the base means x plus x plus x plus x, which is 4x. Multiply with the height is y. This is area of x. We can know area of surface area, I mean. This is area surface. But in place of y, we can replace from here. From this equation, y means, I can write it, y is equal to 32 over x squared. I can bring this result. 32 over x squared. Let's bring this result in place of y here. Then it's going to be a of x will be x squared plus 4x times 32 over x squared. When you do it and when you simplify, x will be cancelled here. X cancel with x, and 1 x will be cancelled. It's x squared here. It's x squared. One of the x cancel, and what remains? X squared plus 32 over x left. Not 32, 128, because you will multiply 4 times 32. Therefore, we have to derive this to find the maximum possible result. So a derivative of x will be, when you derive this one, it will be what? 2x minus, because 1 over x derivative, 1 over x squared, negative 1 over x. 1 over x derivative, let me write it by another color to make it somehow visible. 1 over x derivative is the same as negative 1 over x squared. So 128 is a constant, so 128 over x squared I have. So I have to make this 0 by crisscross first. Let me finish it. It will be 2x cubed minus 128 over x squared is equal to 0. Okay, let us continue. Don't forget, where do we stop? A derivative of x is equal to 2x cubed minus 128 the whole over x squared we are. Now the denominator is always positive, so we can ignore, because the square of whatever, it's always positive, it doesn't affect us. So change of sign will be appear at the top. So it will be, you can take the numerator and make it 0. 2x cubed minus 128 is equal to 0 means if you shift it, 2x cubed is equal to 128, then divide by 2. So what will be x cubed? 64. So x value must be 4. But are we asked the x? The x means, remember, the base dimension. But the height is a y. We are asked the y. But what is y? 32 over x squared. Okay. Therefore, y is equal to 32 over x squared. That means y is equal to 32 over 4 squared. That is 16. So y is equal to 32 over 16, which will be 2. That is the answer. Unfortunately, what the first answer, the x, which is equal to 4, is here in C, but the answer must be D. Take care. Very good. Somehow challenging, but still it's okay. The second question also it's challenging. Okay, the next question, it says which of the following statement is true? If a function is continuous at a point, then it is differentiable. No, continuity it doesn't imply differentiability. So, okay, if a function is continuous at a point, it doesn't mean it's differentiable. But if it is differentiable, it's continuous. Remember this thing. If it, for example, f of x is equal to absolute value of x. If you remember this function, is it continuous? Yes, because absolute value function, is it differentiable? No, it's not continuous even, because Yeah, absolute value of x. F of x is equal to absolute value of x. It's continuous at 0, because continuity limit of f of x as x goes to 0, it must be is equal to f of 0. If you insert 0 here, it will be 0, the outcome, the functional value. If you find the limit of this function at 0, as x approaching 0 from the right or from the left, both sides will be the same. That means it's continuous. But is it differentiable? No, because this means, by the way, f of x means absolute value of x means x or negative x when x greater or equal to 0 and when x less than 0, you know. So when you derive it, f derivative of x will be what? It is 1 or negative 1. So the derivative, the right hand derivative is 1 at 0. The right hand derivative is 1 and the left hand derivative is negative 1 at 0. That means they are not the same, so it's not differentiable. So the function absolute value of x is the best example. It is continuous at 0 but not differentiable. So continuous doesn't mean differentiable. Okay, this doesn't mean. But differentiable implies continuous. So A, if a function is continuous at a point, then it is differentiable? No. B, if a function is not differentiable at some point in its domain, then it is not continuous? No, again, because the converse, I mean the inverse of this statement, no, doesn't work. For example, absolute value of x is not differentiable at 0, but it's continuous. C, every function has unique limit at a point in its domain, provided that the limit exists. Yeah, if the limit exists, the limit of a function, it must be unique. That is correct. And D, if a function is continuous on open interval, then both the absolute maximum and absolute minimum must occur. It says no. This is not. It must be closed interval. So intermediate Weir theorem state in the closed interval, so that the answer must be C. Let us continue. The next question says, a spherical balloon is inflated with gas at the rate of 20 centimeter cube per minute. How fast is the radius of the ball changing when the radius is 2 centimeter? It says. Okay, first of all, what are the given condition here? dv by dt. Because a spherical balloon is inflated with a gas at the rate of 20 centimeter cube per minute, means this is dv by dt, which is 20 centimeter cube per minute. This is given, and the radius also given to you, 2 centimeter. And what's asked? How fast is the radius of the balloon changing? That means dr by dt. This is asked. Okay, so what to do? First of all, volume of a balloon, since a balloon is spherical, volume will be 4 over 3 pi r cube. This is the formula for volume of a balloon. If we derive both sides with respect to time, that means dv by dt will be the derivative of here, the 3 will come here and multiply. That means it will cut 4 pi r square times dr by dt by chain rule. With respect to time, we are derivating. So when you derive with respect to time, you know 4 pi is constant, r will be derivated with respect to time. So r cube derivative, you know, it is the same as, when you derive it is the same as what? 3r square, because the exponent will come as a coefficient. That's what I did, but that 3 cancel the denominator 3 here, and 4 pi r cube square left. And then by chain rule, r derivative with respect to time, you have to write it. Now we have the left hand side, everything we have here. So in place of this one, we can write 20 is equal to 4 pi times the radius is 2, square it, then dr by dt, because we are looking for dr by dt. Then 2 square 4 times 4 will be 16, divide by 16 both sides, by 16 pi and by 16 pi, because we need to cancel here the whole thing. And when what left? Dr by dt. So dr by dt will be, we can change the color. So dr by dt will be, we can simplify here, by 4 5, this by 4 4, so it's going to be 5 over 4 pi, but the pi is down, don't forget it. So the answer must be A. Okay, next question. What is the value of the integral 1 over x times x square plus 1? Again, the next question, this question also somehow challenging. What does it say? The integral. Imagine we need to decompose, because this is linear, this is quadratic and factorized. We can't apply substitution, we cannot apply by part here. we have to decompose, means break down this. We have to write it in the form a over x plus, because the first one linear and the second one is not linear, it's quadratic. I can take bx plus c over the second denominator x squared plus 1. After decomposition, we'll integrate each of them. So to decompose, crisscross a multiply with this, a times x squared plus 1 plus, and then x times this one, x times bx plus c, which is equal to 1. I can take the upper with the upper. The denominator will be cancelled, you know. Therefore, what if x is equal to 0? If I take x is equal to 0, like this is 0, the whole thing will be 0. And here 0 plus 1, 1. 1 times a, you know, a remains. A is equal to 1. We got it by letting x is equal to 1. Now, what if x is equal to 1? Insert 1 here. 1 plus 1, 2. A also we got it to 1. So 1 plus 1, 2. 2 times 1 will be just 2. Is equal to, plus, because this is plus at the middle. Again, insert 1 here, insert 1 here. So it's b plus c only. B plus c is equal to 1 already. The other side is 1, don't forget. That means b plus c will be what? Negative 1. Keep it. We choose already 1. We are choosing a random number. You can choose another number also. Let's choose now x is equal to negative 1. Smaller numbers better, because already 0 chosen. So negative 1 insert here. Negative 1 square is 1. 1 plus 1, 2 again. 2 times a value, a is 1, just so 2 is equal 2 plus, like I can say. And here negative 1, here also negative b it will be. So negative 1 multiply both. So it will be b minus c, because negative 1 times c is equal to 1 again. So b minus c will be what? The 2 shifted, negative 1. Now, I can do these two simultaneously. Which one? Each one? This box and this box, to find b and c. When I do it, I can bring my b minus is equal to negative 1 and I can add vertically. So what will happen this time? The c cancel each other and b plus b will know to b is equal to negative 2. So b is equal to negative 1. We have got the b value. What about c? Bring negative 1 here or here, any of it. B plus c is equal to negative 1 already, so insert negative 1 here and shift it. So c is equal to negative 1 plus 1, that means c is equal to 0. Okay. C0 means ignore it. Now, we know what a means. I will insert here 1. I will insert here negative x or minus x, I can say the C0. So negative x. That is the decomposition of the whole process. What did I do until here? It is decomposition, breaking down. It is one lesson by itself. Okay, decomposing function will be one lesson by itself. And then let us integrate and insert again. Okay, let's go to new page. So we were the integral 1 to 2 1 over x into x squared plus 1 means it is the same as the integral 1 over x minus the integral x over x squared plus 1. Why minus? Because this is negative 1. We got it. The a value 1, the b value. So 1 to 2 and 1 to 2. You know, the integral of this one, very simple. Obviously, this is the same as ln x. But from what to what? From 1 to 2. Don't forget minus. I have to integrate this also. Let us integrate and bring in another page. Because that, again, to integrate this, we have to apply substitution. Imagine. So when you go to another page and integrate it, how does it looks? The integral x over x squared plus 1 dx. Remember, look here. This is the same as, you can substitute u is equal to x squared plus 1. Then du by dx, derivative both sides. It will be 2x dx, you know. With respect to x, I derivative. Du by dx will be 2x, so I multiply by dx. Then divide by 2, because x dx I have up. Divide by 2, so half du will be what? X dx. That means this integral means it's the same as half du over u. The whole thing it's u, already we said it. The whole thing, this one, the whole thing it's u, here it is. So I wrote it, here it is. But the upper part, x dx, is substituted by what? Half du, here it is. So the half taken out, half of ln u remain. Which means half of, what's u? Now get it back. Ln of x squared plus 1. So the whole integral of where we stop, here it is. It's going to be half of ln of x squared plus 1. From what to what? From 1 to 2. This means, again, I will insert 2 here. It will be ln 2 minus ln 1. again minus 1 over 2 in bracket, again insert 2 here, ln 5 minus ln 2. You see, first insert 2, here it is, ln 2, and insert 1, ln 1. Again here the same manner, insert 2 to square 4 plus 1, which is 5, minus again insert 1, but ln 1 means 0. Don't forget this is 0. So what remain? Ln 2 minus 1 over 2 ln of, when you subtract this, you can't minus it directly. What to do? You can write it over 5 over 2. But this 1 over 2, it's going to be an exponent here, the whole exponent, 1 over 2. That means it's going to be in radical, the whole thing. I can put it in radical, this one. Because exponent, whatever the power of 1 over 2 means, it will be ln of square root of 5 over 2 I have. This means square root of 5 over square root of 2. Square root of 5 over square root of 2. Again, minus here. I have to write it this over this one. This will be ln of 2 over radical 5 over radical 2. I have to flip it. So finally the answer will be ln of, let me write it with another color. Finally the answer will be ln of, when you flip it, 2 and radical 2 will be multiplied. 2 radical 2 over radical 5. Imagine. It's a very long process. This question especially, look, till now we were doing challenging problem, especially this one, because decomposition, again substitution, again even inserting and simplifying, it's time taking. So it's exam questions and it will make you stronger. So the answer must be what? The answer must be A. It is here. So these are some of selected problems for today. I will come back with other problems. Don't forget to subscribe, share and like it. Thank you.